Let's see.
This was a little wild. Okay, Pacific on defense, FUT on attack. Let's see if Pacific look
against some of the big dogs.
Just as good, I guess, on this map.
Top 3 finish for FUT. Last stage, of course.
Oh, that's an A hit. And they got slow wall. Oh, they're ready through. Does the Sage now need to... okay, so I have a thing here. And I think on... So he follows like a protocol that he should do on buy rounds, but I think on pistol here is the Sage, you have to treat it different. So he's going off the protocol here, right? Wall, and then because the wall's going to get shot, he's then like Sage slowing here. Because it's a pistol, it's going to take him a while to actually break this, so he should go around to here and then Sage slow, then they deal with the guy in sight. I mean, realistically, maybe he should be Sage slowing before the wall, but...
main transfer that people would have been fixated
Gotta change that up on the pistol here. Nice from FUT.
Stage, propelled them towards that London finish.
Nice, come on.
And they looked notably...
Neon beats the wall anyway. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's good. You want that. You want to isolate the one. That's awesome.
I can recall where he had any impact. It's the follow-up into the mates match. This golden thread that connects the two teams as a familiar opponent in the first week, where we actually saw the difference.
Yeah, I think for FUT,
who's hunting here?
Is not necessarily
we got a double luck out.
It's about
double luck out with the guns that they're okay to lose.
That came out of the Navi game
this is pretty good from Pacific, by the way. Gamble with a no mid, and it might really pay off on this one.
A weak map, and I think as well it's about being or having a professional performance against Pacific, because we know they can be a wily team, they can be difficult to beat, and they can get scrappy.
That was definitely the feeling which Cupid gave us in the pre-match interview, but no glaring changes, no sweeping adjustments as of right now.
And Big Hill, what can the 3 get?
Garage Pacific, couple players left behind on the left-hand side of the map, but it is FUT rolling into Valorante's neck of the woods. Just the right click for now.
Hey, imagine he had a bandit there.
But no weapons recovered, and it's those 2 remaining players rotating in.
It's exactly like that. Pacific make it a little bit difficult, but with the last 2 remaining...
Yeah, you would imagine they can't get another kill on this one. Chief Twitch, thanks so much for the tier 1. 53 months, mate. That's crazy. I appreciate you, bro. And Vashes as well with the whole year. Thank you for that also, mate.
They've already seen it. Nice trades overall. And Sop finishing things out. 3 away from his own ultimate.
Yeah, so already we're seeing Sop starring at the start of this game. And that lends itself to a positive FUT performance. Something else as well, you and I were talking about the other week, honeymoon period for FUT. Discussed this in the green room at some length as to, you know, is it on, is it off? I think the general consensus is, as long as they keep winning, as long as they keep getting into these playoff stages, of which they would be on their way with a win today, they are still in the clear.
What are we doing on this little bonus here? Yeah, I mean, it's not really a bonus. It's got 5 guns into it.
Period, the fact that it stops when things start to get difficult. For FUT, it's only really
over towards B.
The start of their history. They could very much go 4-1, and then we're like, well,
do block vision, Skydog, insta send A.
Just struggling to get things started.
The smoke's a little late,
no? Contrast from kickoff as well.
Oh, yeah, smoke was a little late.
And an opportunity
saw the dog
to get the bonus. Full set of
didn't get to clear.
And you can see with the spike still lingering around
reaction to this, to losing middle, they wall off and then leave it.
Where Pacific have the bodies.
Yeah, they've pulled out already the Sage wall, but FUT are going to start to hit into the strong side for Pacific. Whoa. That's unbelievable from Sop to try and dismantle Valorant.
Did he work out because they were so heavy trying to shoot the Skydog here that someone would be here?
Yeah, Pacific thinking about
impressive. Uses slide for that.
Need to be careful.
Nicely done from Waddle. Gets a double here. 7 just has to get 1 in heaven.
7 still looking for a fight, an off angle, but Sop is on the hunt, and that's the main man. We've already discussed
he got 1 there. That's nuts. Absolutely nuts from him.
5 seconds remaining. And time to work with. He's going for the long way round.
Yeah, I mean, if he does this, it's pretty winnable.
Nice reactions out of Pacific to put themselves in this situation. But you talk of the golden child. This is a huge opportunity for him to stake his claim and cement his return. Plenty of time and space to plant. He goes for the safe option. Doesn't want to risk it. And on the way back in, Pacific not too much. It's the former Liquid Academy graduates.
Yeah, but they need to be careful because Sop
it's a hard one, man.
They need to clear the corners.
Oh, it's just an aim diff, that's it.
Chance,
he missed.
PCIFIC can
You're
count
given a chance
themselves lucky. That will be one back in the conversation.
Sop really left that one hanging. I thought just for a moment with bated breath that we were going to get a reversal of the 3v1. Brilliant.
How do you feel about solo whaling? I don't really like it personally. It needs to be the right map, and the full process has to be good. Yeah, at least they got double controller. It's probably like the best way to make it work. Wait, do they have double control? Yeah, they do, because they got the Viper.
With kills.
He could have had it.
He could?
Nah, he could have had it, yeah.
Oh
my god. The first duel.
6-1 is Sop right now. That sums that up. Ultimate, as we've already discussed, online, and I think FUT very happy to pull the trigger right now towards
People
the
back it up with Vermin
TPs.
TPs. Yeah, I think that's the only way I'm like on board of it if the map's not great.
It's just a rifle in his hands as things are standing. Of course, we know
Zeus 2 away from Razor. They don't really have the best ults for him.
Kind of buy, fully light shielded our PCIFIC.
It's rare that we kind of get 2 first buy rounds without an ult.
Stays light on his feet and threads the way up into ramp. Prowler sent out by Waddle, playing behind the toxic screen as his own one goes up. You can see PCIFIC still with this A focus for now.
Looks like they want to fight this. VALORANT
all over towards mid, or as they want to clear over towards A heaven. It's a good little trade on this. Sop did good to get one.
So it's 1 for 1 right now.
Gets profit.
Damn, look at them just bodying up and then just clearing places together. One committed, one got util out.
A real miss, and look at this. Zeus goes hunting. Here's the steps of 7. But that's a big kill.
Yeah, sharp kill. And now 2 players on site to defend this.
Good off angle from Ninja.
Catches the cross, spike down on the ground. Issues for FUT right now, and it's just 1 versus 1s all over the map. It's equal but sociable, brings it across the line.
Very winnable. Problem is they know he's here. Problem is a lot of time.
He's looking for. FUT are heading for the hills.
Yeah, it's nice handle from FUT. Go PCIFIC on an eco on this one.
Yeah, Yetajay left behind.
Just a couple of mistakes on this.
Nothing done for
Like,
PCIFIC.
I don't mind their plans. It's just maybe the two at mid could have connected a bit better there.
Maybe overcooked it
Chrono with the
in
tier 1.
middle,
Appreciate the
but
9
at
months,
least
dude.
that
Thank
horn
you
coming out from Waddle, set up on the refract timing for 7 was quite nice to
If
clear the
PCIFIC
ramp
wins,
presence,
you
which
think
is
there's still hope that they could make
but
champs?
they've got to be
I don't think they're good
thinking
enough to make
about
champs.
constantly setting up
They're
threats
an
in different
upset
areas
team.
of the map. That's something that they've been so good at doing in enabling Sop, is constantly raising question marks that you have to address.
TP heard. Sociable doesn't consider it a threat. Disrespects and waits for the next fight. It comes in. This is going to be pretty easy going by our standards, has it?
Sure. 7 dropped early. Of course, this is a round where PCIFIC come in with little to no expectations, but they can build an ult here and there. Ninja 1 away from the res. And of course, 7 has the convergent paths online for the next, and Waddle the Nightfall. Tools to be thinking about.
Gamble goes in
here,
for PCIFIC. They gamble wrong on this.
Yeah, and I think something else to think about as well is 7's involvement in a few of these rounds. Previous series, he was -8 on the first deaths, and as much as we said during the cast that he felt like a player that was high risk, high reward, and you were still getting those trades, I think again his playstyle is absolutely paramount
Just watch
to
the minimap,
if
it tells you
PCIFIC
everything.
can find success or not, and if they're getting that value back.
Yeah, I feel as if you're
What do you think the meta will be this stage? Triple duelers, right?
With 7 is, if he's playing
Pretty sure
well,
that's what it is.
we're getting good,
It's kind of whatever people are good with. It's relatively loose. I still think double duelist is king, but I think like if you have someone who's unreal on Jet and stuff like that, you can make it work.
When we got to those later maps, that's when it really
I think Sage is very good at the moment. I think Chamber's very good at the moment.
You know, seconds away from
like I think the
converting
meta's very open,
not
personally.
showing any intention to give away ult orbs. To bounce off what you were saying about Waddle there,
I still
as
think
well,
double
you could
duelist is king,
sort of
really.
feel it in the interview that he gave.
Probably what I'd be trying to play most in teams.
He's a player as well who wants to bring confidence to this team, because that's how a lot of them are. They're players that have so much potential, but just need to find a way to unlock it. VALORANT,
very nice.
certainly one of those, as he'll get himself a couple. Crystali can say the same the other way, as FUT clean the board.
No, those ultimates come online and things looking
Hey, Brex, I haven't had time for it. I need to actually ask Wendler if he's been serious on it.
Do you feel as if the Gentlemates game was a missed opportunity to win your first match?
Do you agree with Frost's tweet about Sage and Phoenix? I haven't seen it. What's he saying?
The wins where you can find them, and I think they'll definitely feel that their attack sides betrayed them. But that's something to think about as this one develops, of course. They're on the defense for now, and it's only 1 round. An operator filtered into the hands of 7, though, could be the difference. Could be.
It's a good trade,
It's
man.
what we've got to say, because it's just a 1-for-1. And again, that has proven not to be enough in these situations.
Well, Talisman gone off the board for FUT, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a Pacific win. Wall deposited.
It's that ultimate lost on 7 as well.
He said
At the
that
very
there's
least,
too
you've
much
still got
Sage
the
in
Nightfall,
Phoenix.
And Ninja's got to be thinking about the potential of a
He said
res
there's
here.
too much Sage in
They
Phoenix?
can
Yeah, I disagree with that.
recapture that B control Pacific, but FUT have been given an open A site in the process.
And they have, so they're going to use the Seekers to confirm that, and with only one Seeker actually heading towards the A heaven position, they'll have that confirmed. And Sociable even has CT space.
So far deep through
Phoenix?
screens already, and now
Why did
partnered
he
up
include
with
Phoenix
Zeus.
in there?
The captain
Too much
putting
of
on a
the most
serious
overpowered
show
agent in the game right now.
last week.
Like, how am I meant to agree with that?
Yetiji's pivotal for holding on to main space, and if you head towards CT, there's a trap.
And so this key contributor finds himself.
Good off angle. Oh, that's unlucky.
Here
Or,
comes the paranoia straight in,
my God,
sets
he's
up
actually
Zeus.
bailed him
That's
out.
the first of the kills.
Fatal goes
And
in
now
on this as
Pacific
well. They're
have
kind
a
of all in
problem.
on Pacific.
Trying to fight back through. Zeus is still
Skydog, and he
around.
still gets the kill. The
Starting
stun
from
came
the
in.
opposite way, does well, and
Dude, they're so
does
all
get
in,
back
man. They
up on
got to
his
win
feet
this.
through Ninja.
It's a
Social in the
good
meantime
kill and a
finding
TP away,
trade.
and he got
Also
around the
finding
corner.
safety through the TP. Yetije hanging around in main. Plenty of issues still yet to
This
be
might
cut
be
loose.
the map. I don't want to
Pacific
call it
even
too early,
considering
but they
getting out
gotta.
of Dodge at this
Okay.
point now. VALORANT with a big
Devastating.
quad kill. But it means nothing in the end, because
That's
there's no
actually
time
devastating
left
for
to
them.
play with.
5-1.
A web
Used
of
all their
FUT's own
ults.
grand design, and Pacific gets stuck right in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, overall, that 4K won't matter much unless it's a little bit of confidence. For Aloe, overall, I mean, this was a bit of a dodgy interaction with the trap play, but overall, it works out in the end. And even at that, Pacific use a couple of their own ultimates in response to the showstopper.
Yeah, them
Time
shots were
working
nice.
against
Yeah.
them.
It's that quick decision making.
Does it feel like they're just walking onto sites right now? A little bit. It feels like they have looked at the Sage and they're insanely comfortable calling against the tendencies of the Sage
that we would constantly
right
want to
now.
hark back to, because you have a play-in stage upcoming, potentially feeding into playoffs. And when you look back at the results that this team has had over the last couple of stages, kickoff as well, still yet to find that first win.
Against
And
the Sage?
when we
Yeah,
speak
against
of
the Sage. They're kind of
mental
using the
blocks,
Sage
for
against them.
example, it just feels almost impossible
You
to
know
get the dog off your
where's
back
weak
until
when
you
they do it.
finally get there.
Yeah, I mean, 100%, right? That's the biggest issue. I mean, basically it becomes...
What did you do for your pick'ems here?
FUT,
FUT.
like a
And then I went for
blocker.
Fnatic, man, but I don't feel
That
like
being
great
said,
about it.
Next round, a couple of ultimates
50-50
being used
game.
by Pacific, still got Sevens, still got the Viper's Pit, and that's what you're going to be looking towards. They have made
Hello,
FUT's
typing.
economy
Is he the
pay a
second
little
caller?
bit, right?
Nah,
They've
I mean,
brought
it's
them down,
just
they've had to make them
everyone
all
types, man.
retouches, but I think overall, there's a chance here Pacific, but it's a slim one.
Could just be
You know
info
it's
stuff. Salio, thanks so much for the... Oh boy. Thank you for the tier 1.
Now it's in B tower.
Wanted to say the amount of months, but
Not a position which
I know
can
what chat's going to do.
have a grand effect on this round right now, as FUT 4 players strong.
MJ Bobby
in
as well,
A
the
main.
Prime. Thank you for the 20 months, mate.
Sociable
Thank you.
has been left behind.
Appreciate you also.
He's just orbiting the edge of Garage, and we'll have heard Ninja place
Is
that wall.
I was going to
Last
say,
time
Omen would
Pacific
have heard
did
the
this,
wall here,
called
so...
a full rotation almost off the back.
Are
of
they
it.
actually just going to
doing it again.
Yeah, and for
pop
that
every
reason,
single time over
actually,
towards
FUT
the
maybe
wall with a little bit of
reconsidering
pressure on the
their
other
options.
side?
The Horn doesn't spot anything, but
Oh,
it's this mid-walk down
this
of
gets
the op
weird.
now that is most pressing. Valorante to take first contact.
Yeah, good to
He
get
gets
one.
in his drop.
He is
Now all eyes
beyond
on
committed.
7 with the scoped weapon,
Nice,
dashes his
dude.
way out for the time being, and Pacific looking to re-engage.
Nice
have
from
the
Keeper.
numbers. Keeper picks up a weapon
Keep an eye
off
though,
the
TP
ground,
over the
and it
wall.
is a 3
Wasn't close
versus
enough to
2.
hear it.
I mean, Spike lost by
Max,
FUT.
thanks
They
so
have
much
to
for the
fight
tier 1, man.
back.
Appreciate the
Look
2
where
months also.
Sociable's gone. He's on a journey,
40
an
seconds. I mean, he's
adventure.
got enough time to walk over towards heaven.
As time ticks down though, Pacific should be aware of this. They know the backline is open.
I don't like these positions.
No. Just how cramped they feel on this mid-box right now.
30 seconds left.
Well, Sociable's going to be able to steal the spike away.
Yeah, they're going to start
Yeah,
to
up the
realize
wall.
when you get to 20 seconds, you don't even challenge
Checks his
bottom middle
angles
with a
right,
double. You know
as
that
you
someone's
say.
behind.
could leave himself with some wiggle room here. Horn again, up cycles.
Gotta use your molly here.
Doesn't spot anything, and yet Jay starting to close the net a little bit. Sociable's gotten away with this one. Feeding those players now back into Yetajay's crosshair. Drop down to 16. No support from his captain. Has to go solo.
They handled it well, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's pretty good.
Just enough time
good
for
instant reposition from him.
Seas hasn't caught him either. Sociable has a chance.
Waddle encroaching, but Sociable looking to fight him
very,
right under
very
the lip
nice.
of
It's
heaven,
impressive
and
from
he
these
will
two. They played
drop
that so
him
well.
Exactly where he stands.
A little unlucky
Foot
from Pacific. They
infallible in
fought
these
well as well, but
and the 2 versus 3 comes off in their favor.
That's criminal. There's no other way to see it. A 3 versus 2, sure, but you know where the spike is. But there's better positions to take up in mid.
You think Mini's theory of K-Cup not having strats would be an issue against Fnatic? Nah, he's
themselves in a
talking
good
more
chance
2
and
weeks
let
from
it
now kind of
slip.
vibe. Play-ins,
First
playoff
time in
kind
a
of
long
vibe.
time. It's every week.
No, but it's, I mean, first time they put themselves in a long time
in a good position, and then don't make the most of it. Yeah, that's true. That is true. But I think even the general
Frost tweets says Neon Phoenix Chamber Cypher being used by 70% of teams on every map. Amazing job. Props to you guys for your continued balancing masterclass. Oh, okay. He's not flaming teams. He's flaming Riot.
Map 3. I don't believe
Yeah, that's
until I
fair.
see 13 at the top of the screen.
Okay. I'm back on board with it a little more.
Anywhere near Pacific's
He's essentially saying let's snuff the Phoenix.
They're back to winning ways. Everybody has rifles here for Pacific, and
I will say Pacific really hate Vice, which is kind of weird.
Here comes the Waylay ultimate.
I did that not Flash.
Looking to head this one forwards. Hinder dropping in. Oh, brilliant transfer from 7. 2 taken. Now Pacific peeling back. Still Cupid on the angle with the Guardian. Damage through the wall and does finish what he started. Is Zeus the next to be shown the door, and Pacific seem to have done enough from this position.
Valoranti's flank. FUT don't know it. 2v5 should be difficult. At least Sociable taking off the high
Good move from him.
Look at the amount of space that FUT still have to drop back
Did he
into
just smoke
here,
himself?
though.
Nice.
Sociable's merged into heaven.
It's unlucky.
Now,
And push
on
through.
the edge of the
Ooh.
smoke is just audacious with the amount of steps heard behind it, so eventually he cancels that plan. But Pacific have, you know, a choice.
Dude, why does this feel winnable as well?
This is a very slow retake.
Yeah, they're in pretty good
If they
position.
give up heaven space, it
Once
could
they
be
clear
game
spawn,
over.
dude,
2v4
smoke goes
doable,
out
3
spawn. They're
players
loving
coming
it.
through main.
Plant not fully open for Sociable,
No
but
way.
a really strong angle here for
Ah,
him
he
to
just
take.
whiffed.
Can't connect those first couple
That was a good
shots.
try.
The rest won't transfer with it. All on
Oh my
Crostali,
God.
the young
Wait.
gun, but he's had so
Time.
much impact from these positions before. 2 taken, 2 left to find, but it's
Too
gonna
late.
work out
Oh
for
my
him.
God, how's he
There
done that?
wasn't
He's 1v4'd
time,
him.
And somehow FUT against all odds have done it again.
1v4'd him. Dude, they took so
if you're a
long
Pacific
here.
fan,
They took
that's
so
gonna be hard
long.
to take. FUT clutch up, and they look exactly as good as they did in London. Sure, Pacific are the ones giving them opportunities, but if the last one was criminal in a 3v2, this is damn right near a
Oh
life
yeah, they
sentence
got
for
we got to do
physical
some more there.
That's
And also before
ridiculous.
this, like them in heaven, they were kind of like
Red Bull
waiting
clutch for
for what to
Crostali,
do
and
as
we'll
well.
just hope that there's not another to send us to solitary
Yeah,
confinement. Because
your map's done, boys.
as you say,
Zeki, appreciate the
FUT
tier 1.
going
Thank you for
through
the 10
gears
months,
now.
mate.
A 7-1 lead to start their attack side.
3v2 into
They slowed down-
4v2.
they slowed down a
How
lot,
bad
yeah.
can it actually get for Pacific? No ultimates available.
Oh, and they're
Shots
not
already
even
taken
falling
out
for that
7.
trick. They're trying to
And
wall
at this
themselves
point
off,
in
fight
time,
in
if
front
you're
of it, and they're
Pacific,
just
how do
ready.
you even
Yeah,
reset?
FUT dismantled this.
This round simply starts with 2 players solo facing, shouldering information. Ninja playing off the wall here. Cupid does win the engagement this time, and ultimately those are the conditions that
It's definitely a bit
Pacific
too
have
much,
to
by the way,
meet
from
to
Sociable
get
here.
past FUT right now, as
Central
it's
Ohm.
not on team play that they're
Like
finding
no,
success.
like the Seekers is really good.
The individuals need to
Seekers
start showing
insta
up.
outside A, going
4
all over
versus
towards
3.
middle, like you know side's clear.
Waddle solo
um,
peeking into Yetajay.
Sociable actually
Surely not right.
taking a risk in heaven
Dancing
there
with the
is
devil here.
isn't great.
Good from Ninja though. 3 versus 3 in this situation. There is a pit to come through from Yetajay though, and little tools left for Pacific to get back into this one. Just the Prowler on Waddle as it stands.
And that's unfortunately being used not to identify the right person, as Zeus makes himself an issue within the corner. Need to clear that, and well, unfortunately it does get cleared by Waddle. Doesn't have the utility, but makes it work with a rifle of his own. Yetajay, when it was gone down to a classic, knows that the decay
Mate,
will
that
be
timing's
working
insane.
for him. And Crostali in the corner.
Mate, what's this guy like right now? Holy, bro.
Unbelievable
Where's this
4K
aim
once
come from?
again. PCIFIC, you make
Just
us
put him
hope,
backside
but,
at
oh my
8.
God, do they get crushed so quickly?
It's the hope that kills you, and it's Crostali as well. Oh, I mean, this guy said in the pre-match how they were prepared for whatever Pacific's going to throw at them. It just seems like he's been working on his aim routine more than anything else.
Yeah, he's looking really clean with it.
Incredibly crisp.
Dude, anytime there's like a close round, he's just wrecking everyone.
7 kills, 2 on 10. That just shows you the performance every single player is putting up right now on FUT. It feels like an exhibition match more than a VCT, my third match for FUT.
And with it being an eco for Pacific, more food for thought. I think Crostali.
The amount of clips from back of sight there. Yeah, people do this insta headshot back of sight there.
Taken their players from, you know.
There's so many good clips.
Who had decent
got
reviews,
Leaf,
but
we
wasn't
got
someone
these.
that, you know, we were super
Benji.
excited about.
Yeah.
I think flew under the radar. It's in this environment though. This
You got
FUT
Mezzi
environment,
for
that we've
Noah's
really
back
seen
in
him
the day.
mature and grow in his stature and his character.
I think when you're playing around the players that you are playing around, right? Like, I mean,
Bike
Sop
tax,
in his
yeah.
own right,
There's so many.
pulls off miracles. Ninja, though, with a Sheriff in an angle to hold, and well, that's going to be quickly dealt with. Point I want to get to, though, is, I mean, if you're in amongst this environment, of course you're going to perform better.
And I think, again, confidence conversation. Pacific with no real reasons to feel inspired right now.
Did you remove Hyunmin from your VFL for Jemkin? Yeah. I got rid of both with the DRX players because triple duelist, they're going to lose.
Trying to do. I mean, look at how many of these engagements are once. I get it, you're on pistols. This is not a round which we say is anything special. That has to change in the follow-up, though, if you want any chance of recovering this map pick.
Vitality Mezzi, yeah.
The whole thing from
beginning of the game, Vitality Mezzi, when he was thinking of, before he joined Vitality, and he was like considering playing Valorant. He would play here every round, give 4 kills every round.
The new series!
Yeah, it's 2011! There was an original right, but anyway, originally, the original stopped doing his best. FUT doing what they're known for and hitting heads and looking to take the space away. Look at Cupid all on site alone. Shot. Oh my God! Oh, Cupid! That's brilliant! And now with the spike on the ground and Waddle there to support, this is doable. And it certainly is.
Damn, Keeper. Okay, it's nice shots from him. Dude, the transfer was fast, bro.
Cupid solo strong. He's good enough by himself. That's a ridiculous 4K. I mean, look at the transfer on this first one. Yeah, unbelievable. Slow that down for us, EBS. Unreal. But it's almost like in this situation where Pacific feel like they're dead and beaten. How much of a difference is that?
Yeah, he can't give it. He's just like, dude, it's 2-9. I can't give it.
You hope.
Devastated.
It's got to be the start of something.
All right, Michael Jackson.
Like, I'll stand up, but I can't give it, man.
Anyway. FUT back towards mid, and a couple players exploring B main as well.
Oh yeah.
And there's nobody there to
Dodges the Prowler in the corner. They're all over them, man.
What is going on?
Okay. And then now do we try send the Sage over? A weird one because it's like you kind of want to res, but then everywhere becomes weak. You cleared middle. If the Viper gets over towards B heaven, honestly, the Sage might round the world it.
It would give a lifeline, and I'm not saying that lifeline could
be converted. They gamble right on this.
Again, it's the hope that kills you.
I think this is a good idea from FUT. I think they're considering that they might be looking at res there. Cool, that was good damage.
Yeah, all the players through one corridor that time, but the utility is spot on from FUT. And in terms of the post plant, looking to take some of that CT space. Pacific coming through one avenue themselves. I mean, 3 players in tower right now. Yeah, just double checking flank. Nice little attention to detail from FUT. The sociable holds on just from a little off angle. But unfortunately, 7 can't quite grab him. He's going back up for more. And well, and that's going to give a chance for Pacific to get in. Still not out of the smoke. As they do, they hit the heads. Okay, 2v2 and a res online. There comes back VALORANT. And there's time in which to work with.
PCIFIC up to
3?
3.
Yeah, still moments in that round where it felt like they were a little bit static, frozen in place, but as soon as they start to get through the motions and actually show some of those confidence in the engagements, this is the Pacific that we were promised. Is there any more of that in the second half, though? We'll find out after this interview with Waddle.
If a coach gives you, if a coach gives you notes, and you type it out and keep it in your chat box, yeah, you can.
Got the new man on campus here, Waddle. Waddle, we were just chatting a little earlier. Could you tell the people where you got your name from?
Yeah, so my real life name is Wadir, and my favorite animal is penguin. So I just basically merged the two. Like penguin's obviously Waddle, and my name is like quite similar to that. So it was just a natural decision to make.
Wait,
and the debut in VCT last week. How's it been feeling for you being part of the Pacific team?
I enjoyed it. Like, despite the loss, after the first map,
Sonya.
Super confident that we could have.
Wait, you banned Tubbo? Why did you ban him?
Today, though, I'm feeling even better. Like, we've discussed some things
Poor guy.
and reviewed some stuff. So hopefully, this time we'll do a better showing.
For a team like yours, like Pacific, that's so hungry for that first win, to show the mark, to show the standard here in VCT, you're the new guy in. Maybe they're hoping for you to give them like a shot.
I will say Tubbo is like one of the nicest guys, man.
Energy into this squad.
A super nice guy.
I'm quite a vocal player, and I'm also playing like a support-ish role. So I'm just trying to because these boys are really talented. Like every single one of them are talented individually. I just need to help activate them, and also by activating them, I activate myself and I play better. So as long as we can do that in the server today, then we'll get some wins.
Looking forward to seeing it. Anything that you think's the key to taking down FUT?
They're a very aggressive team. They're like the Turkish style, obviously. So we need to make sure that we're like fighting together and doing all these basics and shooting heads. So yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you, man.
Some important points raised by Waddle there, stuff that we've already touched on, of course. The fact that there is so much potential within this Pacific lineup, that they've got to get the basics right. And also, I think, something I was speaking about earlier, the attack halves. All of those
big time
points of
element,
focus now
by the way.
heading into the second half.
I mean, you think about it, a raised Neon can be difficult to try and stop, but if they're running at you from defense, it's just as difficult. So we'll see if that stopping power comes through. A stack of players to hold, or to wait for any players to come out of main from either side. Mid completely vacated by both teams.
A little bit of like a high-low side-to-side from Pacific on either periphery of the map. Looking at it
you
here,
got full sense of GE tomorrow. I got full sense, but
Sociable's dropped behind the screen. No way for Sop
it's
to get involved, and that's a little more damage on
60-40 in my head.
Yeah, but look at 7. Oh, it's not 7, sorry. Look at Zeus from up on high.
He's not looking. And so even the headshot from that flick to Cupid's head,
Let's
not
see.
going to be enough to find the kill. Spike heading its way towards the B site. It's got to be Yetajay for now, ward off.
Oh no, the other two are so far away.
And wrapping around on a
Yetajay can make such a play here.
Already taking damage. If he can find Ninja clean, that's half a
Imagine he
chance.
hits the
But
shots
Water
there.
pops up at the perfect moment. That's one through mid, and Ninja there as well, a safe pair of hands.
Okay.
A blinded Sop is a
9-4 with a
Pacific
pistol.
have the second pistol.
Doable.
Okay, maybe there's a little bit of belief here.
Charon, thanks so much for the prime. Appreciate the 19 months. Thank you for that.
Things. Pistol round 1, bare minimum reached for Pacific in this second half.
You can see how Waddle does feel like an upgrade in this team, just for the fact that he's elevated the players around him as well.
Nice.
I think while we see Pacific starting to go away from the meta in terms of double duelist, I think that this is actually a nice suit for them, right?
Sure.
Double controller.
I think, you know, on meta, off meta, you can play different ways, and this archetype does seem to fit 7. Bit of proactivity here from FUT. Flash in the hand of Crostali. What is the timing? Is it simply contact? Seems to be the case. Pacific going to pass with flying colours, though. 3 kills under their belt. And now
Wasn't even worried for that. Push down mid. His Spike on its own, but
yeah, at the same time, though, we've got a little walk down mid coming through from Sociable, finding himself all the way down in shops. Cooper is the one with the spike.
Yeah, he's the one holding on for it. It's VALORANT that has to be cautious, though, and Sociable moving off this.
He's only a pistol player, so it's not the biggest loss in the world.
That's if he loses, which he won't. VALORANT does find that kill. So, actually, Pacific, if they can make this flawless, Cairo, what are we looking at? 2, 3 rifles in there? Just 2, I think, for now.
Yeah, I mean, 2 rifles just now, but probably VALORANT to buy up into the next as well.
So, at what point now...
Oh, you're not going to do it, are you?
Do you get excited? Not even excited. What, the first little tingle, butterfly in your stomach?
Tingle?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, interesting.
Your Cairo tingle.
I'm probably going to be within at least a round, to be honest. I feel as if FUT are the team that, like, as soon as they get a rifle in the hand, they're going to just start to...
That was so annoying to play against. They're pretty good to let the guy closer to ult hunt on this though.
Oh, sorry, PCIFIC can withstand anything, but it is an in-zone flawless in the anti-eco. And lovely done here on the main.
If you guys had to select a dark horse to make it to grand finals and make it to champs, who would it be? You're talking EMEA. With what we've seen so far, the dark horse has to be Na'Vi or K-Core. If you're going like real dark horses, it's one of those.
Sort of speaks to how this team can be so streaky at times.
Yeah, 100%.
You find that word funny? Well, Yetajay, he's been hung out to dry. 5 versus 4 here to start things off. And wait, the bonus is looking pretty good.
Yeah, that's big, man.
Was this the 1 round that you were saying?
This might be the round.
I said within 1 round.
Within 1 round, okay. Bonus is pretty big though.
Oh, this is nicely called by... Oh, I thought for a minute it's nicely called by Cooper because FUT
where is he going? Yeah,
towards the A site, but instead
I mean he's trying to show a bit of confidence.
So B still.
He definitely wasn't expecting that close.
Danger, considering he's there.
Yeah, ooh, Sociable will have been heard. Just confirms that with a couple shots through the edge of his own smoke. Only player on the B site right now. Of course, got to be thinking about Sop lofted up in the tower. And VALORANT left behind in mid to try and deal with that. But PCIFIC starting to show a bit of intent here now as they scale towards
what
the
about
side
other regions?
Smoke. It's actually allowed Sop
I would
to
love to say loud, but I haven't seen them play yet.
Rotations are well on the way. Numbers arriving for FUT, but starting to thin out that herd as Sociable falls. Trades coming through on the PCIFIC side. It's such an awkward duel to take on Sop backside, but when he finally drops, there is a clear view ahead. PCIFIC well on the way to the bonus round now. It's arch nemesis
very nice.
Clutch before
Holy,
them, but 7
they're in
will drop him there.
They're in an alright
4
spot right
kills
now.
From the youngster. And the gap reduced to 3.
I think the biggest compliment is on the site fight. If we actually go back and watch the replay, you'll see the PCIFIC play together. They're ready to trade off one another. Next one, and there's another fight. Okay, we've identified another. Here comes 7.
Yampy's birthday today? Is Yampy's birthday today? Dude, you know what's impressive about Yampy is just how many birthdays he could remember. I'm so bad with like remembering people's birthdays.
Was that it's just taken this many rounds.
Yampy could just reel off everyone in the room's birthday.
Go up a gear. But something we've talked about a lot for PCIFIC is those comms and how those improvements can shape rounds like the ones that we just saw. Let's take a listen in here and see how it goes.
I'm gonna look our server, guys.
Reminding you because he's going to remember ours, yeah.
It's a paranoia off my prowler.
Nothing big, I don't
They just smoked me.
That's weird. We can wait a little.
Could be mid, guys.
Yeah. Can you stage wall like this later and like just keep taking duels?
Yeah.
Holding with you.
Keep taking jewels, mate. There's going to be no jewel in there.
I'm going to even give you a mail.
Guys, I'm going to fade out the site, okay?
Yeah, just wait.
I just want to... Go dogging, I let Allo break.
From Ram.
Wait, I'm searching now.
I don't know, he tapped it.
Only tapped.
Be ready to... Listen, I can prowler you paranoia.
Yep.
They're close. All by Palo only,
Guys,
all by...
I'm out to B.
Go back B, go back B.
Yeah.
Watch out the we need to run, guys, we need to run. Wait.
Okay, 1 mid though.
Let's start
They
dunning,
smoked on B. But I don't see them.
3, 2, 1, start.
Maybe in spawn, boys.
Yeah, we just aim.
Ooh. Guy flash day, they checked. Run.
Q, go with your knife
Keep
and
running.
take bomb.
Come to me, guys.
And you pinata for us.
I'm gonna dump here.
Pinata.
Nice, kill close. I didn't see anything.
Come, cause my wall is dropping.
Later.
Get heaven.
I'm playing late, boys. Mid gap fully, okay?
Watch that flood, okay? I'm gonna tap.
I have the heaven.
I'm not going to plant, I'm just tapping.
CT. Race, I need to
Yeah, flashes, boys.
out.
3.
Out, backside.
Peek. Backside.
Backside one.
I'm swinging. Wait. Peek now.
Nice, Johan.
Johan, you're gonna win this fucking
Handled
game,
it pretty well.
Johan.
This was a fun round to listen
I
into.
mean, brilliant
The hell is
round for
Pinata on
Pacific,
this?
and you can see within the team comms, a little bit worrying in some of those calls though.
Sure, I think it was a laboured result. In the
Hijinks
end
with the
due
tier
to
1
the
because of the
lack
15
of
months.
space towards B that Pacific
That was
had.
great. No, it was a pretty cool
The
round to
threats of
listen
a
into.
flood out, though,
Good little
mid-space
plan.
all identified,
And then
in the
good
comms
early
there.
callback.
And for me, it's all about Waddle,
That's
how
nice.
much input he has in
And
the
it was good from
mid-round,
FUT as well
some
at
of
the same time,
micro
right?
as
Getting
well,
him
like,
forward
the
towards
plan
A.
that they created at the start.
In
You
terms of
really
the
feel
Sky Flash, getting the
influence there.
rotate
And look,
on.
we've talked at length about how much he brings to the table, but actually seeing it
You know
in
what it means,
situations
send it?
like
I think it
that
means just
is a
like
different thing
jumping
entirely.
around
I like
corners.
the call be a pinata, you know?
But,
Yeah.
I didn't even know who called
Well, that
it.
was a good one, of course. For those who don't know, knife out, trade off that player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure,
We'll
sure.
see if there's going to be any trades
Yeah,
here.
knife
Already
out,
pulling
send it.
utility out of Sociable, and he's stuck within a smoker. Are they stuck with him as he continues to try and fight? But Wood already goes a bit silent, and Seven just pulls himself out.
VALORANT in heaven, though. He's the wedge between
Whoa,
this. But
you saw
he
him.
hasn't spotted the
Radar.
player under.
Nice.
He has now! 2 from Aloe.
What do you reckon?
And
Dead
the
comms
gun
from
round
Keeper?
is thrown in the bin for
Very
FUT.
fast on that.
Pacific,
Might have been radar as
they're
well.
within 1 round, Cairo.
And I'm starting to believe that you called it the Cairo tingle. It's certainly starting to be felt
They got a
now.
lot of money as well, man. Look at it. Max money, basically.
And so is Pacific's presence on this attack side. The improvements are there. And I look towards the performances last week against Na'Vi. I mean, didn't lose a defender side round. I mean, the attack was just above 50% win rate.
When's Fnatic? It's after this one.
And that was the thing, right? Just once Pacific hit their flow, they looked
How many hours?
unstoppable.
2, maybe 2.5.
I'd like to clarify, it's like a Spider-Man Peter.
If it's a
Yes.
2-0, it'll be a bit
Yeah,
under
yeah,
2. It's like
yeah,
a
just to-
hour and a half or
Just to clear the air there.
2 hours,
Interesting.
basically.
But we are within 1 round now, and so of
Yes.
course, Pacific actually given an opportunity to tie up the game. Money not going to be great for FUT. Economy broken after that round win. A little bit of cash left in pocket, but not too much past getting a couple extra rifles on the board. So
CTA,
match
thanks so
work
much for the
at
tier 1.
best.
Appreciate the
And
13
here
months.
again,
Thanks
it's
for
in
that.
rounds like this when you see VALORANT really excelling.
Yeah, I told him.
Frustration on the side of FUT, to be honest. And you can see why, Hazza.
Yeah, it's
Vlad was
an
cracking up.
opportunity now actually for us to loop back on the FUT side though and talk about SOP. You see the difference there? You squint your eyes between the Na'Vi game and the mates match. Just felt like he had absolutely zero influence in that first series. And look, maybe that's nerves, just getting back on the stage. I don't think SOP's the kind of player that brings nerves to the table.
Bacon,
but
nothing
sometimes you
hits
have
like
an
it,
off
right?
day. It's being able to bounce back though,
Nothing
which
hits
makes you
like
a
it.
great
It's
player.
incredible.
I mean, overall, like
Kiki,
I
hello
mean,
with the
a lot
Prime.
of
Appreciate
FUT
the
players
21
have
months.
got pass marks for
Congrats
the most
also,
part,
by the way.
right? But I think a player
you for the
who's kinda
21
been
months.
flying
Thank you for the
under
Prime.
radar, if you want to talk
you're
Julius,
doing good.
is Zeus right now.
Sure.
I think he can certainly show up when he needs to, but at this moment in time, 11 and 17, a player that we normally associate with defender sides.
Yeah.
How long is Cloud signed to
Was
Fnatic?
always the star
I got
of
no
this team
idea. It was a
previously,
long
but
one,
now
right?
with someone like SOP taking a lot of that limelight,
28?
it's about dividing
Is
up
it
the
guess?
responsibilities. And
I remember
right
seeing a
here,
long
with not
number on
having the
there.
best of money, he's the one with the
He
rifle
has
in
3-year
hand. That
deals.
changes
Oh,
over.
okay.
No snipers,
Damn,
nothing
29.
in terms of big stopping power on this A push.
Perhaps, though, a judge on your Viper player, but he's on the other side of the map.
Paranoia up close. Sociable's TP'd in.
Could go for it, but Pacific are not being baited in. Happy to.
Whoa,
wait
they forced
there.
it.
7 going straight. The
Wait.
utility was good, but can't capitalise. And that rifle up on high is going to be difficult to try and get back. Unfortunately, SOP retreats. and
Cool,
gives
that was
himself
cool
away.
little
Yeah,
wall.
that's nice. Wall up from Ninja actually.
Yeah, that was nice.
Smoke, so nice little bit of micro there from Pacific and good
And the
damage
spam is
on
good.
Crystali's sight.
Yeah, that there is. But now FUT are here in their droves, ready to support. Res online for Ninja if they want to try and maybe
Love that,
beat
Kiki,
Seven's
love that.
body or whatever. Going to go for it, but look at Zeus starting to encroach on the flank as well.
But they've been watching
Orly's
it the whole
for
time.
this, so should be a moment before Zeus looks to take that timing. Not until
Oh.
sight contact is taken, but it's
This is good from them. They
charged.
switch the player
You've
watching
gotta worry
behind so that we can
about.
actually get
Seven's
the
gonna walk straight
fade
into it.
util
You can
because
see
the
it
fade eye's up soon,
already.
right?
Needs to be a fast reaction.
Yeah, nice.
Played
Very
and
nice.
well done by 7. That was going
And then
to be
they're
the
still watching
undoing
behind,
of Pacific,
kind of.
but with 30 seconds
Valorant
left,
says?
here comes Zeus. Exactly.
You're watching behind, right?
The doom that is starting to be felt by Pacific.
22 seconds.
They really need to get a move on here, and Zeus activates at the wrong time. So do the Stingers, but there's not a lot of ammo left in the pockets. And now with the spike down in 10 seconds.
Damn, bro, it's
remaining,
close though. It got close. It wasn't like super convincing. At one point, they had 3 different people that were in charge of watching behind. A couple of small windows, but
that could have been another
at least I got the info on
story,
it.
but it isn't. 7 the only one with gap close, of course, so puts them in this weird standoffish position where I would maybe like
he's
to have
expecting
seen
the
them
guy to back off
take
because
the
he got Omen
refract
flash.
there. Otherwise, well handled throughout the rest of the round. And Zeus was 1 away
Big
from the
duel, this
showstopper.
one.
If he wins this final fight, I think that's it for FUT, but they have done it. And
Oh, how are they
next
back?
round
Yeah.
doesn't exactly get much easier. There's an op-out for SOP this time. And he makes up
Oh,
part of this B
that's
hold where
unlucky.
Sociable has already drawn blood.
Got to be thinking about the showstopper as well to come back in on VALORANT. He's starting to play with his lock timing. As the wall goes
Boy,
down,
they're lucky
Jones
that's not a double, to be
operator
honest with you.
Making Pacific. Oh, P, maybe not as badly as you think, though.
Yeah, it's just the layering of these defensive rounds from FUT that is most scary.
Make
Zeus
sure you
behind the
watch
wall.
Team Secret against
Doesn't get
T1.
spotted and
Okay.
VALORANT can't adjust
I mean,
in
I was
time.
going to anyway,
4
but
versus 2 situation now. We've seen FUT pull off a couple of these already, but no kind of heroics on a similar level from Pacific.
I mean, if T1
already,
win, sorry,
this
if
is,
Team
this
Secret
is
win,
done,
then
right?
I'm gonna remember that
Ninja
comment
jumps
for
back
sure.
over his wall, and in a
Why
1
though?
versus 3, you're
Dunno.
looking for isolation.
Just gotta watch it and find out.
Right now, I'm seeing 3 players on FUT has it all on their own.
The wall up in mid, I don't know if FUT are aware of the possibility that Ninja could be so far advanced on A.
Oh no,
Walks back through spawn, might find Crostali here.
there's a chance.
Oh,
And I think
30
he's got a
seconds left.
notification. Just seeing a glimpse. Goes
Oh.
wide, gets the kill. And now at least FUT know exactly where the Sage is.
Yeah, bit of daylight for Ninja to bridge that gap towards the A site. Zeus has the paint shells and a rocket, though, can deny this quite easily.
And
you
that's
take that
exactly what
though.
he's gonna
Razor.
go for. Showstopper used and walked straight into it.
You
Zeus,
definitely
well,
take
he
that.
goes
Actually,
with
good
Ninja,
damage. I
will
got
take the
Razor
round
out of them.
with him.
Yeah,
Like the best round they could have lost, really, at the end there.
Sociable, the only player left standing, 200 credits to his name. It's not going to be the most comfortable of repurchases. And with Pacific having money to go around, they win this one. It's a huge opportunity for them to swing things back in their favor. Come back to how the round started, though, and again, a lot of ones being taken.
A lot of ones. I think that's exactly it, right? I thought for a second Ninja maybe peeks out that corner a little fast, takes Zeus off guard, could easily be it. But it's only 1 ultimate used, and there's still 4 in the back pockets.
Insta Omen flashed over towards B main to take control. In reaction, they kind of wanted to speed up over towards middle, but
for a flash
I think they thought with this smoke they
roam.
might be popping out over towards B.
I like this as well, because that's the one player who's usually isolated.
Not too much information off the back of it, though. Always expecting someone to be stationed there, and Pacific haven't moved off it. It's a dog from Crostali to just double check
in
their
theory
suspicions.
right now, FUT have
Now he
info
has been
everywhere.
spotted. Maybe thinking about a double dip, but mid is the main area of focus. This is where Pacific are starting to make the push come through. Seven's already got across. He will drop, but Ninja trades.
He does.
Ninja gets
But
one
you're
more kill.
looking
That's a
towards
res.
Zeus on B site all alone,
Made
and
they
that's
pick the
exactly
right
where
site.
Pacific start to set their sights.
It's the biggest
Sky
area of
flash to clear
exposure.
over
Pacific
towards
still
A.
thinking about a player creeping back through that wall in mid, and it's that moment of hesitation again, which just holds them back from making the perfect call. Crostali has already repositioned.
That's a big jaw.
Threads that shot
Can he get
right
one on
through the
sight?
crack in stairs. Bodies arriving.
Oh
Zeus
my
just
God,
has to stave
bro's
them off a
tapping
moment
with the
longer,
Phantom.
and we'll
What's
find
that? That
both
looked
in
nice.
the process.
Looks so
The
calm here.
garage players fall, as do the rest of Pacific.
Fritzy, thanks so much for the tier 1, man. Appreciate the 6 months. Thank you for
I
that.
mean, I don't know what has been going on with FUT, but this is starting to look
A
a
little
lot,
low
like,
indecisive
like
here.
themselves,
Yeah,
hitting those shots
I don't know
that
if
we
they wanted to
know
go back
they
and
should
like.
never hit themselves.
I don't know why they wanted to go back.
Again, it's just that moment, that fraction of a second where Pacific don't go straight for that B play when you highlighted it was only Zeus there. the full tower pressure doesn't come through.
I understand as well, they play in the twos, but they're worried about, like, as you say, the tower pressure, or maybe a player being elsewhere. They don't have the full information, but sometimes
This here.
just commit
I mean,
to
they
it,
maybe
right?
wanted
Send
to
it
go
forward,
create
get,
pressure over
shows
towards
the
A and
goods
Vents.
that they know that they can give. And a specific pull out their own timeout. What can they give us?
And Cupid was talking about these systems he was implementing, game plan changes. While we've not seen the comp ripped up, that's where you then expect the biggest details to be under the surface. And with them only playing one official last week, they've had plenty of time to focus on FUT as an opponent on a map which they feel confident on. So,
and this for them is the only, how would I put it, the only time they get that opportunity to prep for a team.
the only home ground really I feel like they have in this map pool at the moment. So Pacific going on to lose things could be incredibly concerning for them. FUT on the other side though, high-tailing their way towards an opening map win. A chance to hear from them now on this defender's side to see how they can get over the line.
Yakın olsun. Tamam, görüyorum. Senin gördüğün yeri görüyorum.
Kurozum sen de şu an B'ye gireceğini düşünmüyorum.
Okan kurt açabilirsin.
Bize gelecekler Okan. Kurtaç Osman'ın içine gir istersen flash pick yap bize.
Tamam bir de yürüyelim.
Kanamaya tutuyorum. Biri şu üstte olabilir beyler. Ben onu vurmayı deneyeceğim. Gel Efe pick alalım.
Nice oğlum. Neyse onun önünde olur. Beyler suya indi bir tanesi. Bir tane suya indi. Ya da
Açalım.
Revive aldı bitti.
Okan heal atsana bana. Heal at biz dönelim maçtan.
BM yine ulti attım.
Heaven koşuyor.
Wait.
hemen silken gidiyor.
Git ben wall'u kıracağım vallahi burada.
Koşmadı dikkat.
Eka vurabilir belki.
Dude, weird round.
Koşmadı mı?
Koşmuyor. Duymuyorum bir şey.
Bir gelişine bakıyorum.
Oof.
Başka olur.
Nerede vurdun la onu?
Rampada vurdum. Bent'ten gelirler.
Royal Rider, thank you for the 7 months, mate. Thank you for that.
Fake pressure mıydı acaba?
Olabilir. Heaven yürüdüm. B kuruyor.
Heaven'da wall var.
Wall kırıldı.
Bete dikkat.
Spike planted.
Now with the wall gone, FUT have all access to where they want to be, and unfortunately Ninja caught out. But that's
Still
fine, this
winnable,
pick could
but
be huge
I think
hold
someone has to
things
play
down.
back a site, not in the pit.
Sociable sweeping around the side. Pacific want to take this CT fight on, and Cupid is the one with the freedom to do so.
Because eventually you just get spammed here. And I'm not sure it should be the Viper.
And that could be the undoing of Pacific right now. 3 bodies for FUT, and unfortunately
Yeah, it's a hard
Cupid
situation
can't
to
show us the goods
instantly.
like he did in the first
No.
half. It is now FUT on map point.
The comms were so relaxed, man. I felt like I was listening to Turkish ASMR or something.
Excluding your sponsored org, do you feel like there has been an org that is consistent
Is that what you
enough
to go to sleep? No, actually.
where they make the right moves
Just
or
have to make it
decisions
clear, I've
most
not
of the
listened to
time?
Turkish ASMR before, but if it's anything
It's
like
hard,
FUT's
man, because
comms,
a
then
lot of the time
yeah.
teams don't make good decisions because they don't get enough budget to use.
I don't think Yetajay's getting the job.
Paper X is probably up there.
Listen, mate. If that's what floats your boat, I'm not one to judge. Pacific line themselves up outside.
Probably the only
A,
one that kind of
ultimate
stands out.
to get things kicked off, or what I thought was meant to be an ultimate to get things kicked off. 7 does not pull the trigger.
Just waiting. You
A
could
good
really
sky
feel
dog from FUT on this one, by the way.
flowing
Go to 3
through
chances
the
for them and they just sky dogged
chain of
all
command
of
when
this.
Pacific were
I'm
calling their mid-rounds
surprised
that
this
multiple
right
players were
here
having
isn't
input,
stronger
sometimes
after
that takes
that.
just a little second longer to get things going. Ansel on
Yeah,
the ult here
Roman can actually help the
finally
team
comes
out.
through and is going to catch Zeus in the corner, so they've made value from it at the very least. It's the A site they're looking to hit, of course, and Sociable, one of a couple
the Sociable
players here
doesn't
in the
smoke
corner,
that.
does get blinded.
That's mad.
Brilliant
That's
util,
mad.
and a perfect setup for 7 to
My
profit
guy here
from.
takes
A
first
lovely
contact
execute.
and he has time to
Last
smoke
2
here and he doesn't
players
smoke here.
on their own, so they have to fight and brawl their way back into this one. And yes,
Unless he was asking for a wall.
He's found one on the flank. Crostali coming in from the opposite end. What a round this would be if FUT can find 13 here in the 22nd. Crostali trying to sidestep the Prowler and the C's soon to tether to his feet, but Yetajay has found a way to cut himself loose. It's 1 kill.
Oh, not this guy.
More.
I was going to say he's been winning
to bounce
everything.
off the back of his teammate.
Alright, let's count it
Can't
down
get
too.
it done, and so Pacific do take 10.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was going to be, what, 3v2, 4v2. Now we're going to go all the way up to 5v2. Got to keep trumping ourselves up to be FUT.
Energy issue aside, do you think people's opinion of teams would change if they knew player cost? 100%, yeah.
As a duelist, that's what you want.
If they knew player costs and salaries, yeah, for sure. Do you think it's a good idea?
I think Yetiji is going to go for the Viper's Pit in mid this time by the way that things look.
No,
yeah, and again,
I don't think it's a good idea.
Look, Pacific win this round. FUT's money not going to be in the best of positions. This is a huge opportunity.
Because people always use it against
in
them.
This map, but the series as well. We've got to say it as it is. Split has been their home turf, but with 7 dropped early, the rest of Pacific have a decision to make, and they're just running into the open jaws of FUT.
Yeah, I mean, stoppable force versus a movable object. FUT just cannot seem to be stopped.
Sop here in the corner as well. Zeus backing him up. Valorant should be no way out. He gets just the one. Won't be enough.
It's a good try, man. They made a pretty good comeback on that one.
Their opponent's
They made it a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Starting it off, this series with Split might just be a death sentence.
Yeah, I mean, FUT made to